The other developing headline we're watching here tonight, what critics call a ban on homelessness now law in the Sunshine State. Governor Ron DeSantis signing a bill this morning to restrict camping in public spaces.
Governor Ron DeSantis says current efforts to clean up the streets and help people experiencing homelessness have failed, and it's time for something new. Our Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders is in Tallahassee with the details.
This was one of those 2024 legislative session policies that had lawmakers at the Capitol behind me fiercely divided over whether it was the right thing to do. Almost everyone agrees that Florida is seeing too many experiencing homelessness, but is this the right way to handle that situation? Florida's governor certainly thinks it is.
All right, there it is.
With a stroke of the pen and a smash of a plate.
1, 2, 3. Opa!
Florida has a new way to target homelessness, HB 1365, which the governor touted in Miami Beach Wednesday.
You should not be accosted by a homeless like we see. You should be able to walk down the street and live your life. We're going to have clean sidewalks. We're going to have clean parks. We're going to have safe streets.
Starting in October, the law prohibits sleeping and camping in public areas like parks, sidewalks, and more.
Police Department, anyone back here?
Instead, cities and counties encouraged to create designated camping areas away from businesses and neighborhoods. They'd need state approval with bathrooms, running water, security, and mental health services. And starting in January of next year, residents and the Attorney General can sue a local government if it doesn't cure any violations within 5 days. Supporters say unhoused will have better access to help, while public spaces will literally be cleaner.
The last thing we need in Florida is a poop map like what happened in San Francisco.
But pushback has been fierce. Critics suggest local governments will need to create harsher penalties for unhoused to ensure compliance. They also think the idea is cruel and a costly way to deal with a common problem.
Many of them are homeless not by choice. We heard from one of our fellow senators that she, for a short period of time, had to live in her car. People don't want to be homeless.
The latest federal data show homelessness is a mixed bag in the Sunshine State. It grew from 2022 to 23, but is down 36% from 2007. In terms of just population, Florida sits in a distant second behind the nation's leader, California. Could this new law change things? Well, time will tell. Now, when DeSantis initially backed this idea earlier in the year, he said the state might be able to help out with some funds to create those designated camping zones in cities and counties. But the state budget came and went, and we never saw an appropriation, meaning local governments may now be on the hook to create those designated zones, and it could be a sizable expense. We'll have to wait and see. That's the latest out here at the state capitol. I'm Forrest Saunders reporting.